As we indicated to council outside, we'll adjourn at 5 p.m.
General, we were dealing with page 38, and we dealt with the first document that was shared with you that we've looked at, which was the Senzo and Timbeka Mhunu Foundation company information. And you said that was sent to you while you were meeting, but that you didn't look at the document. And that was sent to you at 16:32:07. So there were 3 documents that were sent immediately, all at exactly the same time, simultaneously. The second one is attached here as SEN4, and that's on page 201. Can you turn to that, please? Do you have it? Page 201.
200?
201.
$201.
201, yes.
On which file?
It's the same file.
201.
Yes.
Okay, I am at 201.
Okay.
Advocate has him 201 or 291?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's
291.
very late in the day. My eyesight begins. It's 291.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Commissioner Khumalo. Apologies, General. 291.
Yes, I
You're
see.
there. Okay.
Yes.
So you'll see this is a document that's marked strictly confidential at the top, and it says confidential information concerning the identity of the president. And then it has information relating to President Ramaphosa. You see that.
I see the document, commissioners.
So why did he send this to you?
I also do not know. And if he sent it to me, I didn't open. If he sends it to me, I didn't open it. You know, these documents, when I look at them now, because it's now that I see the contents, I would have reported this to my principal.
So you would have reported this to your principal?
Yes, because it is unusual that a private person can have these documents. So I didn't open them. I didn't know what was inside. But if I knew, commissioners, definitely I would have written an information note to my supervisor, informing him about this, what I've just discovered with a person of so-and-so, Mr. Matlala.
So you're saying that, again, you're saying in the meeting where he sends you simultaneously these documents, he doesn't say anything to you about what he's sending to you. You have no discussion about it.
That's correct.
In the course of the meeting, and you have no discussion about it after the meeting either.
That's correct, commissioners. I didn't read it. If I read it, the communication after that was going to be there about it, but I was going to write an information note to my supervisor in order for action to be taken, what needs to be taken. Investigation.
So, sorry, Ms. Hassim. There are actually 2 things that arise from this, and one is what Ms. Hassim has referred to, which is he did not tell you what this was. The second thing is, did he tell you anything at all with regard to sending these documents. This is actually a question that my colleague, Commissioner Baloy, asked. But I just want clarity on it and to say we just must be clear what you say about these two things. You've responded to the one that Ms. Hassim is raising. But I want to know, did Mr. Matlala say to you, my brother, I am now sending you something? Did he say that at all,
No.
as you were sitting there?
No, Commissioner.
So you are sitting there, you are at a meeting, you are discussing whatever it is you are discussing, so he silently just sends you these documents, these 3 documents, and he's completely mum about them.
Commissioners, he will be the one who will answer why did he send it to me. It is unfortunate I never happened to open and read this.
No, please, I'm not asking you about opening. I'm asking you now about the two of you sitting together, having a discussion at a meeting, and he sends you this. He's silent, completely silent. He does not even say, please have a look, I've just sent you something, or I've sent you something, please have a look when you find time. Nothing like that. He sends them, he's silent about them.
That's correct, Commissioner.
I will say to you that's totally improbable, General.
See, this one, Commissioner, I would have taken action. This,
I will suggest to you that you say what you are saying, which is that, one, he was completely silent about sending you something, and 2, you did not read it. You are saying all those things exactly because you realize that you definitely ought to have done something about this open quote, strictly confidential, close quote document. That's why you are saying, 1, he did not say, I'm now sending you a document, and 2, you are saying, I never read these attachments. You are saying that because this is staring you in the eye, and you cannot say, I did read this and did nothing about it. That's why you are saying what we are saying. What do you say to that?
Commissioner, I didn't read it, and he never told me he's sending me these documents. I saw the documents came in. I never read it. After our meeting, I get into the car. I went home. I'm saying because I happened to see the actual contents when they commission's attorneys have sent us this thing. But prior to that, I didn't know what are the contents of this messages he sent me, these documents.
Are there many other messages from him that you never read?
Is these 3? The other
These
ones,
3, that's very interesting.
It is these 3 commissioners, and that I can recollect.
That is very interesting.
Yeah, these 3 commissioners I've never read, and then now I'm advised they were sent to me, but I never read it. If I read it, commissioners, I would have written a report recommending investigation.
At the risk of repeating myself, it is just not the natural thing for people. You're sitting together, someone sneakily sends you a text and is mum about it. That's just, it's odd. I am not discounting, 100% discounting the possibility that some people might do that, but it is not the natural way in which people relate. When a person is sending you something and they are with you, they will say, I am now sending you X document. Please have a look. If, for example, they know it's something short, they could even say that whilst we are sitting together. Or they may say, please have a look when you have time. But one, to be silent about it, and then coincidentally, you also not reading it at all. I will leave it at that. Yes, Ms. Hassan.
Well, let me add another improbability to what is being put to you by the chair. It is that you don't ask him, you're sitting with him. You don't say, what have you just sent me? It's improbable that happened. And it's unbelievable that human conduct, that it's consistent with normal human conduct. You're sitting with a person in a meeting, you tell us you're not discussing anything that comes out of these, which, by the way, in their content are controversial. They are controversial. Why would he tell you about these things? What were you discussing with him? So these are not benign documents. These are documents and their content are controversial. You say, well, he sent them to me. I saw them coming, and I want to correct what you said earlier, General, when you say I'm being advised they were sent. No, your evidence is they came in as I was sitting in the meeting. I saw them and I got into my car and I left. So you received them. The further improbability that I'm adding is that you don't ask him, what have you just sent me? Unless you knew what he has sent you. That's the most reasonable explanation. You didn't ask, he didn't tell you, because you knew what it is that he's sending you.
I didn't know, Commissioner. What is it that you were sending?
Yes, you've said that. Thank you.
Just to go back to these documents, I'm going to go to the next document and then ask further questions about this. So if the Commission just give me a little bit of space to do that. The next document is SEN 5, page 295. And it's an article. This is a media article. 295. Right, it's a news report regarding corruption in the Rustenburg municipality.
I see.
You see that?
Yes.
Okay, and now this document was also sent simultaneously with the other two. So your answer is the same in respect of this as with the other two.
Correct.
So can you explain to the Commission why you didn't deal with this in your statement? You now here in response to the questions, you're saying that you didn't see this, and if you had seen it, you didn't open them. If you had opened them, you would have taken steps. But you don't address any of that. You don't, that evidence, that answer, that response is nowhere in your statement. Why did you not address this in your statement?
It is because I didn't read them.
You didn't read it even in preparation for preparation of your statement, your written statement.
This you gave us after we have already submitted our statement.
That's not true.
Okay, I'll prove to you. During, I think, on Sunday, they sent documents to my attorneys. I was sitting there, they were supposed to deliver documents. This past Sunday, already, I think my affidavit was in. My memory served me well. Can I, because now even if I request to consult, I don't know if I'll be allowed, because I want to show the commissioners and my attorney something here on this document and also here so that I can get a clarity. But
No,
the documents.
General, I've got to intervene because this is disingenuous. What you're saying is this file, that's correct, this exhibit file you received a few days ago, but the contents, this document was provided to you last year.
With Rule 53, Rule 3.
Last year, it was in response to the Rule 3, it was in response to correspondence from your side asking for further information. All of these annexes were provided to you before your statement. That's why you were able to respond to certain other things in your statement.
If commissioners, it is alleged that these things were sent to me last year. These are the documents this document that I'm having now here is the document that was sent to me with Rule 3 last year. This one that I'm having, because I was looking into these things, and then I'm looking for something here that I want to show the commissioners. Date is 11.
We'll prove to you that you received it before your
I will,
statement.
Commissioners, can I be allowed to also respond? Otherwise, if I'm not allowed to be respond, I feel that I'm not protected.
Please respond, General.
Can I talk to my counsel and show them this? Then I'll bring it to the commissioners. Remind them that this is what I'm talking to. Please.
Don't you want to just articulate the point that you are articulating? Aren't you able to articulate it such that we understand the point you are making, General?
Commissioners.
Yes,
You
yes.
see, I want to bring it to you so that you can have a look at it.
Okay. Or to us, yeah, fine.
No, I'll bring it.
No,
I'll bring it, Commissioner. I want you to show them this page. Everything is redacted. Can I request commissioners that the very same documents must be shown to my attorneys?
What we have observed is that that appears to have been texts, WhatsApp texts, but everything is redacted. That's what we see. I don't know whether that's what you want us to observe, General.
Further,
Yeah. Let's leave it there. Let me just state what we observed here. Yes, General. What point do you want to make about what you just showed us?
here, I'm able to see at the bottom date 13/04/2025 1631. It correlates with SEN 5, page 39. On top again, it correlates with,
Just before you move, please.
SCN 5 is on page 295. So when you say 39, is 39 of which annexure?
my apologies, commissioners. 38, so not SEN 5, but on page 39 is annexure SEN 5, which is on the page that the commissioner is indicated.
So in the text, are you saying we look at page 39?
From 38, commissioner.
38.
From 38.
Okay. And then, so you say what you showed us correlates with what's on page 38?
The dates.
Oh,
And when this document goes hand in hand with this one.
yeah.
This is the document that the advocate says I received last year.
So what you say you received was that
Is this the-
document
yes, Commissioner.
where all the texts are redacted?
Not all of them. Some, the reduction is it's on the cellular phone. It was high. How do I put it? It was highlighted in black, which it prevented one to see the cellular telephone numbers. This is the document that I've received with Rule 3 of the Commission, with the allegations, with the transcripts of 3 pages of General Kumalo from the Commission, then from there I instructed my attorneys. Then the documents, these ones these ones that are with these documents on the 200 and something, the ones that we just dealt with, these files were sent electronically. Sunday, I had to sit with my attorneys at his offices, and then we waited, and then the files never arrived because there were correspondences between the attorneys of the commission and my attorney. Up until Monday, those files, we were promised they will come, and they never came. And these documents, this one, I think they sent an electronic one, but certain things couldn't be opened, and they promised us to send hard copies, like I'm having here, of which it didn't happen. But coming back to what I showed the commission, this thing, the way it is, commissioners, it leaves a lot to be desired for. When you download the phone, you use a software that is called XRY. You download the phone, it will tell you everything. You will see which.
I don't think we need to get into that detail.
I want to explain this, commissioners. If I'm not given the opportunity to explain this, then I think whatever is happening with me, it will be totally unfair.
What's the process of how this information gets extracted from the
I'm
phone?
saying,
What is the relevance of that to whatever point you want to make about what appears to be a redacted document?
I'm saying this document, I suspect it has been friddled with this document.
And you say that for the first time when you are being asked probing questions. You say you received that last year, and your statement, which was due when? Quite some time back, I think, and which was received. When was your statement received? Do you know? By the commission. Ms. Hasim?
It was an unsigned version was received, an unsigned version was received very late. It was due on the 16th of January. We received it on the 22nd, unsigned,
Yes.
and a signed version on the 23rd of January.
Yes. You accept the correctness of that, Ms. Mafisa?
Chairperson,
Just the detail about receipt,
of the
statement by the commission.
yes, the statement was sent on the 22nd, and then Chairperson, what was the second question?
Maybe let's leave it. It doesn't. Yeah. What I wanted to get at is, you say, General, you received what you just showed us last year, correct? The commission received your statement a few days back, correct?
Correct, Commissioner.
And your statement says nothing about what you are now, for the first time, wanting to tell us, which is that you are basically querying the contents of the texts based on the process in accordance with which texts are extracted from cell phones. So what I'm saying is, you received that last year, and you are saying that only now, when you are being asked probing questions. You have not raised it in your statement, and at no other point have you raised that. Why is that so?
I thought I will raise it to the commission.
Wasn't the earliest point when you prepared your statement? Ought you not to have raised it in your statement? Why is it that you are raising it only now?
This one with these disclosures, when we submitted my statement, it was...
I'm sorry?
This file with the disclosures of these messages that were sent. the disclosures.
What about them?
We got it on Sunday through what you call, is it Sunday? When they sent the file via email, the documents via email. And this one, I received it when I arrived here on yesterday.
I'm asking you about the one that you received last year in which you say is doctored. That's what I'm asking you about. I'm not asking you about what you received recently. Why is it that in your statement you did not say last year I was given a document that purported to be texts? Actually, those purported texts are doctored. Why did you not say it at the latest in your statement?
Maybe it might be an error that I didn't do this because I thought when I come here, whatever will be receiving, it will be like this. It will be the same like this. Now I see it's not the same. Here, here it's opening up. It's opened up. Here, it has been hidden. That is why I'm raising now with the commissioners, because now I remember I'm having this document. Then I just took it from my bag, but this is the document that it was sent to me with the Rule 3. If we can go back to those emails of Rule 3 that was sent to me before I instruct my attorney, this document, it will be like this. That is
Thank
why
you.
I'm raising it now.
Thank you, General. Ms. Hassim?
It's such
think
an
it's only-
extraordinary turn of events because I'm trying to find the ruling. The chair may recall that in November, General Senona was here. I was not present on that day, but we do have the transcript of the ruling in our files. If I could just get the reference, please, in which there was discussion about documents that the witness required in order to come and give his evidence here. Because if you recall, he was due to give his evidence at the end of November last year. And in the ruling, and between the council teams, it was agreed that at that point, all information that had been requested was now in the possession of the witness. So, in fact, it is the ruling. It says it is recorded that General Senona is in possession of all documents emanating from the commission that he requires to consider for the purposes of preparing his witness statement.
But as I understand it, Ms. Hassim, his point is that's one of the documents he received, and what you've just read now may well have been referring to this very document that's basically blank. And that when he said that is, he has received everything that he requires. By that he meant even receiving that which is blank. From where he was sitting, he may well not have known how and for what purpose that blank document was going to be used for. So I guess the point of substance is, did the evidence leaders furnish him, or the commission's attorneys furnish him with that blank document? And if so, to what end?
I would have to inquire why that particular document was sent. But as for sending the information that's relevant for the purposes of a statement, it was clear from the ruling, because there had been a discussion and a meeting at that time with the evidence leader who was present and the legal team for the witness. There was a discussion about the documents and what was required prior to the ruling being made. And that was the agreement that they had come to. So there are two separate issues here. I don't know about this document that the general is waving around.
Chairperson.
Ms. Hassan, maybe another question or another way of asking the same question of the chairperson, if it's not a different question, is whether whatever he was given, that General Senona was given in November or earlier last year, did it include these annexures? So what he's given us, it's the reduction doesn't tell you, and his complaint is, but that's what I got. It didn't have these annexures. That's how I'm understanding him. And so the question is, when material was given to him, whether electronically or in hard copy, did it include these 3 annexures? And that's a relevant question because he's being taxed on, he didn't address this in his statement. And basically what he's saying is, I couldn't have addressed it because I didn't have these annexures.
My understanding is that he was provided with the chats and the annexures, and I'm asking the attorney to just look for the record of that. But I don't have it in front of me now to be able to definitively say to you on this date or what happened. Yeah. And it was never brought to my attention at any point that he was not in possession of these annexures until now.
Perhaps then in that case, you have to pend your discussion with him about not having addressed this in his statement until you have verified, if you do verify.
I'm happy to do that because
I guess I should be the one pending because I'm the one who asked the question. Yes. Yeah, I will stop with asking questions along why you are only raising this now, General, till this has been gone into a little bit more. Yeah. But what I would want to place on record though is that but what you are being now are your own texts together with Mr. Matlala. And at no point from yesterday until now did I ever hear you say that you are not in a position to deal with your own texts, which were shared between you and Mr. Matlala. Thought I should just place that on record. Yes, Ms. Hassan?
Thank you, Chair. So we'll continue on the basis of the chats, and I will hold my question about why the statement doesn't deal with these annexures, these particular 3 annexures that we were just addressing. But General, what we were saying was, what you had said was, you didn't open these documents when Mr. Matlala sent them to you.
Correct.
Right? And so you didn't know what they concerned. He was sitting with you when he sent it to you, but he didn't say anything to you about it and why he's sending it, correct?
Correct, Commissioner.
And you didn't ask him either.
Correct, Commissioner.
You didn't ask him at the time that he was sending it and you were receiving it with him, nor did you ask him at any later stage.
Correct, Commissioner.
Okay. So you do meet soon after that. If we just look at page 39, you say on the 14th of April, "Good morning, my brother. Can we please postpone our Wednesday evening meeting to Thursday? I mixed up the dates."
We never met. It was a postponement of a meeting, that one, Commissioner.
Yes, so you were due to meet. So 14th of April was a Monday. So you were due to meet on the Wednesday, and you said you asked him to postpone it to the Thursday, right?
Correct.
Okay, and then the response from Mr. Matlala to you is, "Okay, thanks, I'll let him know." Who's him?
I don't know, but maybe you will come and assist us, because as I'm saying, I can't recollect all these things.
You don't recall who it is?
Yeah,
It was some person that you were supposed to meet. but
don't
you can't
know.
recall who it was.
I don't know. Yeah, I can't recall who was, what is this that he said to let him know.
But do you accept that you, on his response to you, on this response, you were supposed to meet somebody else, to have somebody else in the meeting? That's what this conveys. Your meeting with him was going to have somebody else, and then you postpone, you ask him to postpone, and then he says, I will let him know. Just from that, you accept that there was supposed to be somebody else in the meeting. You just don't remember who.
I didn't know if there was going to be somebody in the meeting. I know I was going to meet with him.
And you didn't ask him, who are you talking about when you say, I will let him know? You didn't ask him that.
Yes, it is unfortunate when we talk on that level. We sometimes don't ask too much and everything, but as for me, I was supposed to meet him.
No, General. No, General. Mr. Matlala says, I will let him know. He doesn't mention a name. He just says, I will let him know. So he's responding to you. A reasonable reading of his email is that you know who's supposed, this other person that's supposed to be there. You know, that's why he doesn't give you names. He doesn't give you details. He just said, okay, I will let him know. So a reasonable person reading this must say that General Senona knew who Matlala was talking about. Otherwise, Mr. Matlala would have given you a long story. You would have said, oh, I was going to have so-and-so in our meeting, but now I will let them know. He just simply says, I'll let him know. You knew who it was he's referring to, and you're not being honest. When you say you don't know, he must come and explain. You're just simply not being honest with us.
Must I give an assumption?
No, I'm not asking you for assumptions. We don't work with assumptions. We're a fact-finding body. You are choosing not to give us the facts. And the fact is, and I'm putting to you, that the fact of this WhatsApp message from Mr. Matlala, when he says, I will let him know, and doesn't tell you who he's talking about, the most probable and reasonable reading of this is you knew who he's talking about. And if you say to us, as you do, that you didn't know who he's talking about, you are not being honest.
Commissioners, if I can't recall, I can't recall, and I don't know. I don't know how, I'm not sure what is it that I must respond on. But if one maybe was unable to consult with him, maybe a recollection would have been here so that I can assist the commission.
Well, General, there's a difference between I don't recall, I don't know, or I don't want to tell you. And I'm putting to you that this I don't recall or I don't know who he was talking about. In fact, it is I don't want to tell you. Because you know, the text tells us that you knew who he was talking about. Otherwise, you would have asked him, what are you talking about? It was supposed to be just the two of us.
Commissioner, what I know, I am telling the commissioners. What I don't know, I wouldn't want to talk about something that I don't know or I don't remember.
Okay, thank you, General.
That is what I came here to do.
All right, thank you.
Tell what I know.
General, your answers worry me because you've had a lot of time to think about this. And these are some of the texts that are referred to in your statement. So we can tell from your statement on page 18 that you've had this text for quite some time. So you've had time to think about this. And to come here and say, I don't remember, ask Matlala. How would Matlala remember if you don't remember?
He might be lucky. We might be lucky he remembers, commissioners. So if me, I don't remember, maybe must I be crucified?
No, it's not a satisfactory answer, I'm afraid. I will
Thank
leave
you,
it there.
Commissioner. I see I'm being crucified.
That's not the
I
intention.
feel.
That's not the intention, General. Yeah, Ms. Hassim, Ms. Mafisa, it's 5 o'clock. Let's take the adjournment at this stage and resume at 9:30 tomorrow.
Thanks, Chair.
See you at 9:30 tomorrow, General.